While South African businesses are pushing the needle in the parity for women in senior management roles, Grant Thornton warns of a concerning slowdown and says more can still be done in South Africa. On this, the International Women's Day, business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo went out to Sandton to find out more from Grant Thornton CEO Victor Sekese.
Well, there certainly is progress if you consider that for every 10 senior management roles in mid-sized businesses, about 4 of those are held by women. But Grant Thornton's latest Women in Business report points to a concerning slowdown. And to help me unpack the findings a little bit more, I am joined by the Chief Executive, Victor Sekese. Thank you so much for your time in talking to us today. Now, as a starting point, can you just unpack what mid-sized businesses look like, the makeup of mid-sized businesses in South Africa, and how they are leading the charge in actually advancing women in their careers in South Africa?
Mid-sized businesses in South Africa would be businesses that have got employees of between 50 and 500 people. Yeah.
And how are they performing when compared to the smaller businesses and the larger corporates when it comes to actually ensuring that the parity for women is there?
I think our research has shown that they are better placed. They are in a better conditions to be able to advance women within the workplaces, and largely because of their relative size. So they are very flexible, and the issue of administration and all that is a little bit easier.
But over the last 2 weeks, we've heard data out of the Stats SA offers both unemployment and GDP numbers, painting a bleak picture, particularly for women of color, Black women. How do we put in more effort to ensure that specifically that group of women are advanced in their careers? What's the importance of training and education when it comes to that?
Yeah, obviously the operating environment has become very, very difficult, especially in South Africa. There's intersectionality of many issues. You spoke about the slow economic growth and the triple challenges, the 3 challenges that we face in society are still in existence: the issue of unemployment, the issue of poverty, and the issue of inequality, and exacerbated by the energy crisis. And I think energy crisis has led, to the slowdown in economy as well. So that then makes the task of advancement of women a little bit more challenging. And as you know, that women bear the most brunt of social ills in society. So when we talk about economic challenges, they bear the most brunt of that. So it has to take a conscious effort by all role players, all stakeholders, to be deliberate about that. And if it means us really giving preference to women when we make hiring decisions, if we need to make preference to women when we make promoting decisions, let it be.
Now, today is International Women's Day, and the focus is on digital innovation for inclusion. COVID-19 absolutely showed us that, they could now be different work models, but it seems that those work models are working both for men and women.
Women, particularly, as you know, that they play many other roles. They are mothers, they are wives, and they are executives as such. So these new work models are able to better support women to excel in all those roles. But however, there are downsides as well, because as an organization, as you choose the work models that appeal to you, you need to also take into account the disadvantages. I mean, there's other disadvantages of isolation, other disadvantages of the support the organization that needs to give to people that are in that environment to ensure that they are also feeling inclusive, they are also able to contribute, and because they are working away from the office, they are not excluded from opportunities.
Victor, thank you so much for those insights. Of course, that was Victor Sekese, who is the Chief Executive here at S&G Grant Thornton, just talking us through some of the findings of that Women in Business report for 2023. For Newsroom Africa, Channel 405, I'm Dogozo Kumalo in Johannesburg.